Hello and welcome, my friend, to my YouTube channel. If you're anything like me, you've probably been very excited for the new upcoming Dexter prequel series, Dexter Original Sin. I also know that ever since the announcement, many people have expressed their concerns regarding the show, especially regarding the cast, because it's not the original cast. And yeah, as we all know, the original cast, they were very good, okay? But now we all know that Michael C. Hall will at least be returning as the inner voice of Dexter, which is good, but I still know that there are many people that are still a little bit skeptical. But the official trailer did a very good job at convincing me that it will work. The iconic setting in Miami and the younger versions of all the characters we all, come to love, definitely had me excited. Now, let's slide into my biggest concern and the focus of this video. Will Dr. Vogel remain canon in Dexter Original Sin, or will she be completely ignored? Let's take a moment to dissect this together, okay?
Hello? Attention, please. As you can see, we have a guest. This is Dr. Evelyn Vogel. She and I first met when she consulted on a case.
When most of you were still in high school.
Dr. Evelyn Vogel was first introduced in Season 8 during the investigation of the serial killer known as the Brain Surgeon, aka Oliver Saxon, aka Ryan Gosling. She offers her help to Miami Metro Homicide, being a well-known neuropsychologist and the author of the Psychopath Whisperer. It was later revealed that she played a major role into shaping Dexter into the person he is today. Through the entire season, we always thought that Harry is the one that single-handedly came up with the code. The code is, called Harry's Code and the Code of Harry. However, Dexter learns that it was Dr. Vogel that came up with the code after having a couple of meetings or sessions, you could say, with Harry about Dexter's seemingly uncontrollable urges. Many fans disliked Dr. Vogel's characters, feeling her inclusion was unnecessary and just another complication in an already very messy and confusing ending, you could say at least. Instead of opening and deepening Dexter's character, some felt that she undermined the importance of the wisdom of Harry. While I do think Dr. Vogel had potential, her role often came across as a desperate attempt to add depth to Dexter's world, and personally, I always thought that she would have been a good character if she was introduced earlier, or at least teased in earlier seasons. It would have felt much more natural that way. But as it stands though, her appearance felt rushed, and all that just to kill her off in the end seems on brand for Dexter endings, okay? Let's just put it that way. And this is why many fans are unsure if the producers will stick with what was established or just disregard her completely, perhaps even, hiding her behind an air conditioning unit in some nice apartment near the coast of Miami. Now, after bringing up some of the controversy surrounding Dr. Vogel, we can now begin talking about if she will be a part of this new series or not. Now, after watching the first trailers and pretty much all the trailers and the preview material for Dexter Original Sin, I couldn't find any hints pointing to Dr. Vogel being involved in this new series in any shape or form. In the opening of the official trailer, we can see that Dexter is being brought into a hospital with a voiceover saying, "It really is like they say, life flashes before your eyes." While this could be a reference to the idea of Dexter looking back on his past, there's also another possibility worth talking about. What if this series is not a traditional prequel, but rather a retelling of Dexter's life through his own lens? If we go down this route, it could suggest that the entire series is framed around Dexter's perspective, kind of a journey for Dexter to reflect on his past in flashback format. Not to bring Vogel up in such a story would make sense, because at the time of the events of this series, Dexter wouldn't have known about her existence. However, there is a big problem with this theory. For it to truly work, Dexter would need to be present in every single scene throughout the entire season, but based on all the trailers, we can see that there are numerous scenes that don't seem to include Dexter at all, and this suggests that the series might, explore other characters and events outside of Dexter's direct experience, which would make the flashback-only approach, pretty hard to pull off. While it's an interesting idea that's also a fun reference to the Dexter books, which are all told from Dexter's point of view, it seems highly unlikely that the show will stick to such a restrictive narrative style. So when you goggle when the Harry and the Vogel meetings took place, it says that they started to take place when Dexter was around 10 years old, but in season 8 we can actually see some tapes from meetings when Harry describing the incident where he saw Dexter do what Dexter does.
Tell me.
The blood. Evelyn, there was so much blood on plastic. Dexter had placed it everywhere. The walls, the ceiling. There was a table in the middle of the room. A table with...
The body?
Parts of one. A person.
Who, according to the code, deserved...
No one deserves to be in pieces.
So it's safe to say that he have been going to these meetings throughout Dexter's entire process, from being a little child to eventually being a serial killer, because that was like Dexter's third kill or something like that. So what are my final predictions for the show? Well, I think that the show will be as much about Harry, Harry's inner conflict about being a beloved policeman and very respected man, and being a father to a future serial killer, as it will be about Dexter himself. So with this in mind, it would be far-fetched to see Harry going to these meetings with Vogel without Dexter, and kind of keeping that a secret, and having this conflict about if he's doing the right thing or not. Kind of the conflict we see in flashbacks in the original show, but now they would take a deeper dive into that. It would be really interesting to see how he deals with this heavy secret. Obviously, he doesn't deal with it that well. So yeah, final prediction. I think that the main story will actually be about Harry making the decision to teach Dexter how to be a serial killer and involve Vogel in that way. So he will be going to the meetings, and he will, go back and forth in his mind of what he's going to do. Maybe he will regret ever meeting with Vogel, but I think Vogel will for sure be a part of this new Dexter series. If not, it's just fan service for the people who didn't like season 8. I hope it will not be that. I hope they will stick with what they have established. So yeah, but thank you guys for listening to this and watching this video. If you like, please leave a like, subscribe, and please comment down below what you think about Dr. Vogel. Will she appear? Will she not? Do you want her to be a part of the season, or would you rather just forget that she ever existed?